Oh, wait, I think they're starting.
Oh, Blaze is starting? Oh my god!
I'm here with hometown hardcore heroes xABLAZEx, and I have a few questions to ask them after the show. How has touring been with just in general and with Extort? Whoever wants to answer first.
It's been beast. It's been awesome. It's been really good. Extort is really good people, and every show has been like kick-ass. Like surprising how many people are coming and enjoying it. It's been great.
I just talked to them and they said the exact same thing about your guys' band. Is there any other words about touring?
Touring's been fucking incredible. I've completely shot my voice, but we've had such like a great time. Like, it's been overwhelming, you know?
Shot voice is the curse of hardcore vocalists.
I think this has probably been like the most fun I've had with xABLAZEx this weekend. So
Yeah, and you guys have done a lot. How has straight edge influenced your guys' music and lives? That's a big question, I know, but if anyone, whoever wants to answer.
I'd say it's only had like a positive impact on my life. Like there's like no negatives that have happened. It's just like I don't know where I would be if I weren't straight edge, you know?
It's a scary thought.
Yeah, and you have more topics to write about when you're straight edge.
A lot of angry topics. How does it influence the band if there is much of an influence on it?
Well, straight edge has been one of the most important things in my life, and it's been, I think, one of the only reasons I've decided to make something out of my life. You know, I mean, of course, like all the lyrics I write are very heavily influenced by like my choice to not drink and do drugs. But I do want to make the argument that straight edge is more than just like abstaining from substance use. Like if you're a straight edge kid, I want to see you work hard to make something of your life, do something for your community, like put on for the people around you, you know?
And that's a good ideology to have, I guess. How do you feel about this general Midwest scene, like Chicago, Milwaukee, Radisson, Rockford? Is any words you have to say about that, really? Big questions, I know, I apologize.
I think in the Midwest, since a lot of cities are kind of far apart when, you know, compared to like either coast, like there's a lot more unity for like the distance. So like every band you meet in the Midwest, you like make friends and eventually you'll play with them in their city, just because, you know, there's so few of us for each city, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of the bands seem to be interlinked by members, especially by Max Boardman, of course. A whole wall of bands on his profile. Any other words from anybody about the scenes?
I think I don't know. I think there's something really cool in the Midwest where people are just kind of unified by the fact that, like, you know, they're from, you know, places that people don't really think about all the time. You know, if you're from, like, I mean, Madison's a big city, but like outside of here, we're not talked about a ton as a city. Same with places like Beloit or Rockford or Springfield, or, you know, it's just like it's nice to have something to be able to have a community and be able to have live music and a culture without having to leave your roots and leave your hometown. I think it's a really special thing and something that is really uniquely brought out by hardcore.
I absolutely agree. What is your guys' songwriting process like for xABLAZEx?
Me and Max just kind of riffing on guitars, just kind of going back and forth, I think. And
For the demo, Gav wrote like 99% of it. I wrote like maybe one riff and a solo. But now like the new songs, we kind of like, you come up with a riff and then I'll come up with a riff, and we like bounce riffs back and forth. Or like I like just wrote a song like a few weeks ago, just like in the green room of a show. And it just kind of became a song like within 20 minutes.
It's badass. And like John's a phenomenal drummer and does a really good job like picking shit up on the fly and making it sound beast.
That's one thing I really like about this band, I just want to say, is I feel like we have really good chemistry, and that's like it was so hard to start this band.
Oh my God.
Like, to find enough straight edge people that were able to be in the band and then like consistently practice, because we lived all over the place. I mean, me and Hannah lived in Middleton and John lived in South Beloit, and our guitarist at the time lived in Milwaukee. And so like it was just like such an arduous process to get anything going. But I think once we found like the actual lineup of the Blaze, like we just like clicked and we all have really good chemistry. And I think that's just like, it's made it a really special band for me to just be able to like literally sit in a room, just write together without even saying anything. Yeah.
The chemistry is definitely very vital in a band. Disagreeable band members are hard to work with. On the topic of new songs, I know there's probably fans of yours that are wondering when you're going to hit the studio again, if you haven't already. Are there any plans for that?
We just recorded a promo. Hopefully it'll come out in January, if not any sooner. It's the 2 new songs that we've been playing for quite a while and are covered by the band Path of Resistance.
That's amazing to hear. Is there any plans for a full-length album or more of an EP?
We're trying to write an LP, hopefully by next summer, have it out. But that may be a little optimistic. But that's the plan, is to write an LP after this.
I'm sure people will be ecstatic when that comes out. What are your guys' biggest influences when it comes to Ablaze?
Just like all the 90s bands, like Earth Crisis, Path of Resistance, Integrity, Strain.
The band we covered.
Yes. Yeah, Strain. I know that you guys like a lot of like, what's cool about our band is that like we all like very different stuff. Like our kind of tastes branch out a lot, and so we kind of, I think, each bring our different niches into stuff. But I think kind of to speak on more than just like, you know, like classic bands that I really like. I think for me, like a big influence is just like all of the older people that have been in hardcore for a long time that have like kind of brought us up and like shown us everything about it and accepted us. I mean, there's like too many to name, but like specifically Kyle from Chicago and Hal from Milwaukee, like they've been 2 really formative people in like getting us into a band and, you know, getting us to play shows. And like, I don't know, I can't fully speak to how important that people, them specifically, but also just a lot of people have been as far as influencing us, I feel like.
It all seems to boil down to community when it comes to hardcore and everything. Is there any bands you guys would want to just name and say be on the lookout for?
Be on the lookout for Letter to Myself. They played their first show tonight. The show was awesome. Where I Stand from Rockford, pretty cool too.
No, I heard those guys suck. I don't listen to them ever. Don't. But we did an interview with Letter to Myself a little bit ago. They're very fun people, very nice little jits, as we call them.
Clear the gap too. Clear the gap.
Be on the lookout for our friend Stress Test. Awesome demo they just put out, and they're recording more, and it's going to be great.
Is there any bands?
That's what I was going to say. And Nihilism, Stress Test, like sibling band.
It's more like their mother band.
Yeah, their mother band.
Well, you heard it. Be on the lookout for those bands. Don't ignore them. Go to their shows. Off the script, I asked Extort this. What do you recommend for newcomers to the scene, showing up to shows, or just bands in general?
I would say like something I really love and I think is very important is just like meeting everybody who's here. Like say hi, like try to be friends with everybody. Specifically, like feel free to come say hi to any of us that are in this band. Like we do really want to be your friends. Like we care about you. And I don't know, ask people what bands they like, what matters to them, and pick their brains about everything, you know?
Any words from you guys?
I think, like, there isn't this at all in our scene, or really in any Midwest scenes, I don't think. But, like, don't feel the need to stick to a trend or, like, what happens to be cool in the scene at one point in time or another. Like, hardcore is a place where you should express yourself and be proud to be different. So just be yourself and be different. And yeah, I don't know.
Any words from? Any more words? I guess
I would say don't get too focused on what kind of hardcore you're listening to, what kind you hardcore becomes your identity. Listen to all of it, enjoy all of it, and make what you want. Don't make a band that has to sound like this. Don't think you have to sound a certain way. Make whatever you want, whatever you feel is real to you.
You guys might be twin bands with Extort. They said the same thing when I asked them that question. But that concludes the interview with the Blaze. Thank you for playing and coming out and putting on this show. And see ya. Santiago, do something for the B-roll.
What's up? Shout out to Blaze.
Shout out to Blaze.
Go.